So now I'm on the highway away from the coppers. I'm about to start my rant. My hair is looking a little shabby because I tried a new product today, y'all. It just did not do what it was supposed to give. But yeah, I'm finna get this shit started. So the reason why I'm going on this rant today is just because, like, there's just a lot of niggas who try to be like, oh, like, I want to give you the world. I want to give you this, that, and the third. Like, I want to be in love with you. Like, let's go do this. Let's go on a date. Let's do that, this, the third. Right? But then, like, you just peep, like, the timeline at which they do it at. Like, you and your ex are on bad terms right now. So now you want to come be in love with me. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not on good terms, so you need somebody to hold their place until y'all get back right. So then that just triggered me thinking about, like, just past experiences dealing with niggas who aren't over their exes, dealing with niggas who can't keep shit player, and, like, dealing with my own ex, and then, like, my own experiences, like, after me and my ex broke up. So that's what I'm about to talk about. So me and my ex, we wasn't together for that long. We was together like 8 months. But, you know, longevity of relationships doesn't mean anything. We had a good relationship, whatever, until, like, you know, niggas be niggas. But anyway, so I was just thinking about it because, like, niggas really don't be over their exes and they be trying to start new shit with people. And not even just niggas, like, women and men both do this. And I just remember, like, my ex told me, like, he had just got out of a relationship, like, I think he said, like, 4 months ago. But it, like, they wasn't really, like, together that long. Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. He was over her, blah, 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 blah. Like, it was, like, love at first sight with me. Like, you're the one, I'm sure about you. Whatever. So I took his word for it, and we got together or whatever, right? So we decided that we wanted to make a couple's Instagram. It was actually his fucking idea. And, like, you know, we started, like, following people. And then y'all don't have to say nothing. Like, I already know. You know what I'm saying? That this is when shit really started going downhill because I just started keeping game. So I remember I started, like, following people that I knew or whatever. And then I noticed that he had never followed anybody else from Texas on the page. So me being, like, the little crazy bitch I am, just to prove my fucking point, I went through his Instagram and I started following, like, I just followed a bunch of random people. Just to see how he was gonna react or whatever. And of course, bro was mad. He was like, what? And then unfollowed everybody that I followed, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all why. So this nigga goes, you followed one of my ex's best friends. I was like, okay, and? He was like, I just gotta pick who I want to be on our couple's Instagram because my ex might see it and get mad. Okay, like, what is the point? But then, you know what I had to realize? I was like, oh, like, this nigga must not be over his ex. And then, you know what? It's like, there are so many, like, even with, like, people I know, where there are cases of, like, their new boyfriend don't want them to post that or do this or say that because the ex bitch might see and then get mad or whatnot. But, like, in my head, it's just like, if I'm supposed to be your new bitch, like your new girlfriend, like the new love, like you love me now, like you don't got no love for her no more, why the fuck does it matter if that bitch is in her feelings? Like, why does it matter if she sees it? Or, like, if flip-flop it the other way, like, because bitches will be like, oh, like, you can't post that because, like, my old nigga gonna be mad. Okay, bitch, and I feel like those are just red flags. I mean, that was a big red flag for me. And that is definitely when shit started going downhill. And also, like, the fact that, like, people just aren't always honest. But I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But the more I did this thing called life, the more I realized that a whole bunch of people will move in a way to not piss their exes off. Like, y'all still be in love with your exes, still got feelings for them, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it's just the fact, like, involving other people when you're not fully over somebody is just the worst possible thing you could ever do to somebody. Like, not saying that was what happened in that situation, but that was a situation that made me like think, like, you know, it just ties in with everything else. But like, after I got out of my relationship shit, I took time for myself. Like, I had people throwing themselves at me, and I was turning people down, like the genuine ones, like the ones that like want to like have fun, you know, that was okay with being placeholders. Like, you know what, y'all can stay around. But every nigga that ever came to me, I would always like tell them like, yo, like, I just got out of a relationship. I'm not looking for nothing serious. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not on that. So if you're okay with that, like, cool. But that was like when we was like that was after we broke up, and we had broke up another time, and I just like let everybody know, like, there may be a chance that I might get back with my ex. So if you would like to insert yourself into this situation, you can. But if not, then I completely respect that. I ain't gonna be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? But people these days don't move like that. Like, don't nobody want to be honest about their ex or about baby mamas. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a baby mama. But it's like, if you and your baby mama are doing more than co-parenting, bitch, I need to motherfucking know. Like, if your end goal in life is to grow up and marry your baby mama, once y'all are like mature and stuff, please leave me alone. Don't come to me talking about something you want to be mine forever. No, you don't. You know you want your baby mama. What the hell is you wasting time lying to me for? Like, what the hell is you lying to me for, knowing like you want to marry your ex at the end of your life? Like, you and your ex gonna go back to each other. Like, what is the point? This nigga that was damn near perfect. Like, he was just doing all the right things. He was saying the right things. Not only was he saying the right things, he was putting action with those words. And I was just like, oh my God, like, you got me like swooning. But in the back of my head, I was like, I know this nigga wants more from me. Like, he wants to be in a relationship. Like, he wants to make me his wife. Like, not his wife, but like his girlfriend, da-da-da-da. But you know what? When you have emotional maturity and you know yourself, you are able to tell people like, yo, like, I'm not ready for that. And I told him, like, I'm not ready for all of this. I'm not about to sit here and waste your time continuing texting you and like doing all this other stuff, because I was like, I know where you want this to go, and it's not gonna go there because I'm not over my ex yet. I haven't fully healed yet. So I gotta heal first before I try and jump in this thing with you. You know what I mean? And not even just healing, like, I just didn't want to be tied down to nobody no more. Like, I was tied down to a nigga 16 hours away, like, literally being the most loyalist motherfucker on the goddamn planet. And nigga was not doing the same to me. But you know what? It's whatever on that. But just being honest, completely honest with people. And then, you know what? I was very upset that I had to let that boy go. I had to let a lot of good niggas go until I was like really ready to like actually give somebody something. And I didn't get like that till this year. It's just like niggas and girls really be out here lying to people, selling them dreams, like, we gonna be together, we gonna do this, like, I really want this with you, I really want that with you. And whole time in the back of their heads, they're thinking about their exes. Like, you can never give your full 100% self if you're still stuck on being with your ex or being with somebody that you had in the past. Like, you just cannot, because your heart is not there. Like, people really gotta stop jumping into stuff when their heart is elsewhere, because number one, that's just not fair to everyone else involved, because not only are you getting somebody invested into something, but then it's the heartbreak that the other person experiences when you go back to your ex. And niggas love saying like, oh, I ain't gonna go back to her, like, I'm not getting back with her, da-da-da-da-da. I only believe, the only time I'll ever believe a nigga that says that is whenever he says like he want to be with you and then makes it happen and then doesn't give a fuck what that bitch has to say. Now, just because he gets with you doesn't mean that he's not over his ex. It's when, you know, you gotta like censor what you're doing. you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, because she might see and get upset and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if you really, really, truly love somebody like you say you do, you don't give a fuck about any of the repercussions that comes with loving that person. Like, you don't give a fuck. Like, if you really love that person and you want to, like, shout it from the rooftops, do that shit. But if you can't shout your love for your new interest from the rooftops because your ex might get mad, you are not over your ex. You're just not. No matter how much you convince yourself, you are just not over your ex. But if you're not over your ex and all you need is a placeholder, you've got to be honest with, you just have to be 100% honest with people about that shit. Like, then on my private story, I was talking about, like, being cool with your ex and, or baby mamas or whatever. And baby, we ain't even gonna talk about that. That's just a whole different ballpark. But I see so much shit. It's just like, oh my God. But it's like, you can be cool with your ex, but it's like, if you know you still got deep ass feelings for your ex, and you know that your ex still got feelings for you, like, y'all know, like, there just has to be a point of emotional maturity where it's like, I can't be friends with you. I had to say that to my ex. Like, he still wanted to be friends and, like, be bestie boos. And I was like, I still have feelings for you. Like, I can't move on with my life. I can't fuck with other people if I'm going to still be fucking with you as a friend. Because it's just like, I'm going to always hold on to this, like, this dream of us getting back together. And then how's that fair to the next person? It's not. Because in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm with you right now. But, like, I always know, like, I'm going to want to end up back with my ex. It be the ones, and I swear to God, I'm not lying. It be the ones that be like, yeah, like, me and my ex broke up, like, 3 weeks ago, or, like, a month ago, or, like, 4 months ago. But honestly, though, we still talk every day, but I'm over her. When did you have time to get over her, is my question. Hit me back when you're solidly over her, like, please. But, you know, unfortunately, like, and then I'm not even gonna say, like, it takes everybody the same amount of time to get over somebody, because it doesn't. But it's just like, you know, like, knowing the human mind, knowing how relationships work, like, it's just not rocket science. And I just wish that everybody had emotional maturity, but people are not emotional mature. And then some people are emotional mature, and then they just choose to do the wrong shit anyways, which just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, do you not have any heart? Do you not care about the hearts that you break on the way? Do ya? Because honestly, I could have said, like, I used to have, like, a fuck these niggas feelings mindset, but then I'm like, you know what, like, that's wrong. Like, that's wrong. I'd hurt one boy's feelings, and then I was like, I'll never break another nigga's feelings again behind this shit. I'm gonna just be honest from here on out. And it just feels better. Like, then thinking about that, I just started thinking about, like, I went on the trip with my ex, right? And it was this bitch. And you know how you can just tell, like, when a nigga and a bitch used to fuck with each other, or she got a crush, or, like, you just know something was going on. I'm not even gonna tell y'all the story because it's embarrassing as fuck. But it happened. Well, I'm gonna put it in a hood ghetto love story, and I'll tell the story there. So if y'all want to listen to that story, y'all can, but I ain't getting into that right now. But it just got me thinking, like, how people just don't keep shit playing, they don't keep shit real. And it's like, you don't only have to keep shit playing and real, like, in a relationship, but, like, people just don't, like, you'll introduce your significant other or your partner or your love interest to people and have people around that you fucked or had love relationships with, whether they worked out or not. I feel like those should always be discussed. Like, if you have a friend that you consider to be your ex, but you just introduce them as your friend, that is being deceitful. And then it's like, why didn't you just tell me that, like, y'all had relations? Like, because then that makes me think, like, oh, like, y'all still having relations now. Then it's like, then you get caught and it comes out, like, later that, like, your homegirl is really your homegirl that you used to fuck. And now it's a big fight and it's an argument because you could have just said that in the get-go, like, shit, I'm just an honest person. Like, I'll tell you, like, oh, by the way, like, I used to fuck with him, but, like, it didn't work out. Like, we just, like, cool now. Or I don't even like to do that either, because shit like that gets messy. Because y'all know how those friendships continue to go. Not all of them go like that, because some people are just mature. Like, you know, like when you had a friend, you started fucking with them, and then y'all realize, like, like, this really ain't gonna, like, work out type shit. But it's the ones where, like, y'all was like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. Then the last thing I'ma say is, in cahoots to that, is just, I just feel like everybody should just be honest with everybody all the time about your intentions, about, like, what you want. Like, no matter how you think the other person's gonna feel. Like, I don't know how many conversations I've had where my damn booty hole has been in my fucking mouth and my stomach been in my feet. Seriously. But you know what? That comes being emotionally mature and just not being a shitty person. Like, if that's what you want and they don't want that too, it's okay. Let them go. Let people choose what they want to get themselves into. Don't choose for people, because then you're going to always get portrayed as a shitty ass person when the truth come out. Like, when I used to tell people that I didn't want to be in a relationship, I used to be like, yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship. 1, because I'm not over my ex. And 2, because I got 5 other niggas on the side right now. Sorry, not sorry. If you would like to be nigga number 6, you can, and maybe you can be my favorite. Yes, I link up with all my niggas. Yes, I be on the phone with them. Yes, I cuddle with them. Like, so, like, if you're not available one night, I'm gonna hit up nigga number 3. And, I mean, if that's something that you are interested in, then you can be in it. No, I don't kiss everybody, and no, I'm not fucking none of y'all. That's what I used to say. Like, I'm not fucking none of y'all. But, like, you just gotta be honest with people. And I have had a lot of niggas opt out. Like, nah, like, I'm really trying to be down with you. Like, I ain't into all of that. Like, hit me when you not on that. And I respected that. And they respected me in the end for being honest. Like, y'all people gain so much more respect if you just be honest. But it is not player at all to have somebody thinking that they're the only person. It's just not. It's fucking lame. It's deceitful. And that's how you get that karma. Like, you got somebody, like, falling in love with you, swooning over you, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And you out here telling 5 other bitches the same shit. I just don't understand how people even feel good about themselves. Like, saying it, like, do you feel good calling 4 other bitches baby? And then you telling them that, like, oh, you're the only one I say that to. Like, does it make y'all feel good to say, like, oh, like, I don't talk to nobody else, but you really do? Like, I feel like a shitty ass person for lying. Like, I can't even do it. Like, my chest get tight. I be sweating. I think about it all the time. That don't make y'all anxious? There's also this thing called dating, and we're all mature. Like, dating is just like when you're exploring your options and you're dating people. But also, like, with dating comes, like, you know, you're being honest. Like, hey, like, I do have feelings for so-and-so too, and I got feelings for you as well. Like, if you're okay with that. And also, you know, you can go out and do what you want to do too. Woo-doo-doo-woo. But people don't do that no more. People don't do that no more. They always want you to be down for them without being down for you. And that shit's lame. And when you're honest, when you're, like, fully transparent, honest with people, it leaves no room for confusion. It leaves no room for, like, jealousy and shit, because it's like, oh, like, you can't get jealous and you can't get mad because I told you. Like, I told you I got 4 other niggas. So why are you upset? And then another part of being emotionally mature is learning when to cut people off. Like, I got to cut niggas off because I was like, okay, you keep saying you're down with this, and obviously you're not, because you're getting in your feelings about shit I told you don't get in your feelings about. But you know what? People also just have to be emotionally mature themselves and dead that shit anyways, but they don't always do it because, you know, blah, 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 whatever reason. But I just get so pissed off at the selling of dreams. Like, yeah, if people would just be honest sometimes, you would really realize how far you could get with stuff. Like, and how much you could actually get away with. Like, just being honest and being transparent. Like, it's whenever you throw all these lies and you sell all these dreams, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, if you was with that bitch, say that. What the fuck do you think? Like, why are you having to lie? Because you're being deceitful. Because you know I'm not going to be down with that. So, then you're not going to say it. But I had niggas that I could say, like, yo, like, I was with so-and-so. And be okay. Like, I had niggas that knew about my other niggas and was fine. And then it just lifted a weight off my shoulder because it was like, whew, like, I don't have to sit here and lie and say I'm somewhere else when I'm really, like, with so-and-so. Like, yeah, like, yo, like, I'm going to be with so-and-so tonight. I'll talk to you later. All right. Talk to you tomorrow. It's like, for what? Like, I had niggas do that to me. But it's not even just me. It's really when I see it happening to other people, too, that be pissing me off. Like, it's all around just pissing me off. Like, when I see other people's situations, I just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you niggas? And this is a little off topic, but there's also this thing called lying by omission, where it's like, if somebody asks, I'm not saying you guys have to tell everybody you fuck with, like, what you're doing. But, like, if you actually give a fuck about somebody and you don't want nobody feeling like they getting played or whatever, and, like, let's say, like, you went on a date and, like, they ask, like, so, like, what did you do today? And you tell them everything that you did that day except for going on a date. Well, if you don't feel like you did anything wrong, then why are you not telling them? It's because you know what I'm saying? Like, you know you did something wrong. Like, you know they wouldn't be down with that. So, instead of just being honest and then taking the repercussions of it later, you just gonna sit there and lie. But, I mean, I guess that's easier than telling the truth. A lie is always easier than the truth. But to me, the truth is always easier than a lie because I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm also a firm believer that everything done in the dark comes back to light. And I just don't got time to be caught up in no fucking lie. I just don't. Like, one, that's embarrassing. Now you look stupid. Now you gotta go through all of this, like, trying to make amends and apologizing and blah, 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 blah. When the whole time you could have just told the truth from the get-go. But, you know, everybody doesn't think same as me. But, you know what? People can't tell the truth because they just know that it's a bunch of bullshit. Like, every time I told the truth, I always knew what the fuck was coming out of my mouth was bullshit. I always knew. But at the end of the day, I was like, I cannot just do this and not let these people know. Like, that is just wrong. Like, I can't have somebody over here thinking, like, they're the one for me. Like they the only one, like, I'm dealing with. When they're not. Like, that's just wrong, because then people start getting ideas. People start thinking stuff. At least when you, like, let them know, like, you're not the only one. At least they put their little guard up a little bit more. At least they don't fall as hard. You know what I'm saying? And this is another random thought for the lying by omission thing. It's not like you have to tell everything. But I just feel like sometimes if you're asked a very, like, specific question and you tell a lie, like, if a dude be like, oh, like, you was with a nigga last night, huh? And then you respond with, oh, no, I wasn't, like, I was by myself. But you know damn well a nigga was laid up next to you. That's just fucked up in my opinion. I just don't run game. I don't see the point of running game. That's how you just hurt a bunch of people's feelings. It's fucked up. It's just full of lies. Nothing is real. Like, who wants to deal with that? I'd just rather be honest my whole life. Honestly. And it really just comes down to a thing of trust. Like, how can you trust some, like, and this is for, like, people that are, like, trying to get serious with other people and they're so stuck on, like, their ex or whatever. Like, you're not being completely honest about the relationship that you have with your ex. You're not being completely honest about the relationship you have with other people. But then you expect people to trust you. And it's just like, that shit don't make no damn sense when you're a liar. Like, if you're gonna always lie and always be deceitful and never keep shit 100, I just don't understand why people just expect people to, like, trust them. Like, trust is something that is earned, not given. Like, what the fuck? Nope. Don't the city girls tell y'all, and don't Megan be telling y'all that they niggas know about each other? And y'all want to be like them, right? Well, start being honest. Niggas, I know y'all don't want to be like Nick Cannon, but all his baby mamas know about each other, and they're fine with each other. Blueface got them house of bitches that he be fucking all of them, and they all know about each other, and they're all happy. Y'all can be just like that if you would just be honest. Y'all want to be in a relationship with all your bitches like Future, but don't want to tell everybody that they're in a polygamous relationship. Like, how the this last thing I'm gonna say, if you have to lie and manipulate somebody into like sticking around and staying down with you, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, then you are not a real nigga. You are not a real bitch. Sorry. You're just not. Like, you're just not. If you can't be straight up because you know that person not gonna fuck with it, you're now a devious person. You're a devious person. You're just devious. Y'all be devious. And these niggas be devious. Like, I'm so tired of devious niggas trying to talk to me. Like, boy, please. You telling me that you want to give me the world. But I heard last week you was just on a date with your ex. Explain me that. Not even on a date with your ex, but I just be like, you know how you talk to a nigga and they just talk all this, like, they just talk a lot. And then, like, you start hearing shit about them that they doing in the streets. And it's just like, baby, why you just couldn't be honest? Why did the streets have to tell me? Huh? Why? But y'all done seen those tweets that be like, I'm single, so if you see me out with this nigga and you see me out with this nigga, like, tell me which one I look cutest with. It's the same principle. Like, if you're scared to go out with somebody that you're talking to because you're scared that somebody else is going to see you and then tell people that you're talking, and I understand that people like to be private. That's not why y'all be worried. Y'all be worried because word gonna get around and the other bitches is gonna find out, and now you got to mess on him. But you know what would solve all those issues? Is if you just tell them. It's like when your other bitch come up to you and be like, so I heard you was out with so-and-so the other day at the movies. Yes, I was out with so-and-so at the movies. What about it? We be going on dates. Like, that shit is easy. Like, I had a nigga that one time came to me trying to confront me. Called himself trying to confront me about this nigga I was fucking with. I said, yes, I be out with him. What about it? I told you. I fucking told you. Do you think I was lying? You think I said that shit for fun? Like, I was dead ass. I go on dates being dead ass. I go on dates with multiple niggas. And you said you was down. Are you not really down? But, yeah. Just live transparent lives, okay? It's not hard. This is the last thing I'm going to say for real. Normalize putting titles on things. Like, you don't always have to be like, oh, like, you're my girlfriend. But, like, you're my cuddle buddy. We cuddle. You're the person that I enjoy going out with, spending time with, and then coming back home and fucking the shit out of you. I like doing that with you. But do I want more? No, I don't. But the issue just comes in when y'all just be sprinkling in extra shit for no reason. Like, extra shit that nobody asked for. Or just being like, I like what you do for me. I like the attention you give me. But do I think I want more from this? No. Or being like, I just need you here until I find somebody else. Or being like, I'm really just still here because, you know, we fuck raw, and until I find somebody else that I really like to fuck raw, I'd like you to continue to fuck me. Or being like, or just being like, you're the only person I fuck right now. Like, until I find somebody else I want to fuck, I want to continue fucking you. Or being like, I really like your company and I like being around you and stuff, but I'm also still, you know, out here looking for the one. Or being like, oh, like, this is a situationship. Or being like, oh, this is just really, like, actually convenient. Now you can tell me that they're convenient because I've done it before. And yeah, it pays to be honest. You'll be surprised. It can happen when you're honest. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll probably be back to something else, but this was very long. I'm sorry. But if you made it to the end, kudos. You learned a lot. I think I'd be dropping gems. Y'all think maybe I'll just be rambling, but I'd be saying some real shit if you listen to me sometimes. And then especially in the situations like when you and your ex are just on the outs, like, it is not as hard as y'all think to tell somebody. To be honest, me and my ex, like, we're just on the outs right now, and I'm bored. I need something to do. It's not hard. It's not hard. But some niggas really will just start talking to a girl to make their ex mad. And it's just like, sometimes I might be down with that. But don't be coming in my motherfucking phone acting like you want me, acting like you want to do this. Like, bitch, if you're just taking me out on a date because you and your ex just got into a fight and she fucked your shit up, just say that. Just say that. You don't gotta act like you like me. You don't. Bro, that shit is annoying. I can't tell you how many niggas do that. Like, and if y'all are honest, bitches are down for shit like that. Like, there are some petty ass bitches out here in the world. I mean, I'm not down to make your ex mad, but I mean, if you're trying to take me out to dinner and you're trying to take me on a nice date and spend some money on me to make your ex mad, you can by all means do that. And I know I keep saying I'm done, but I have just one more example of, like, people will be your own when y'all on the outs bitch and on the outs nigga. I went out with this nigga like a couple years ago. I was dealing with this other nigga. He made me mad, so I was like, this nigga want to take me on a date, so I'm gonna let him do it. So didn't enjoy it anyways, but then afterwards he was like, oh, I enjoyed it, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, honestly, I didn't really enjoy it because, like, I'm dealing with this other dude and I got him on my mind, so it wouldn't be fair for me to go out with you again, because if I do go out with you again, it would only be to, like, prove a point to the other boy. And I said, that's not fair. And y'all know what this nigga said? He said, if you ever need to prove a point again, I will be that prove a point nigga for you. And that's the point I'm trying to prove. This is the last and craziest example, but this is what honestly will get you. So I went to this function one time, and one of my little boo things that I'd be, like, chilling with and cuddling with was there at the function. And it had been like a little minute since I saw him, so he was like, yo, like, you trying to go kick it in the car, smoke a wood, and just, like, talk or whatever. So I was like, yeah, like, I'm down for that. But mind you, my other nigga was coming to pick me up. So I told the nigga I was in the car with, I was like, by the way, like, if my phone rings and I get up out the car and I leave, it's because, like, I'm going with my other nigga. Like, I ain't finna lie to you. You gonna see the nigga name pop up on the phone, I'm going with him. And then I told my other nigga, I was like, by the way, like, I seen one of my other dudes here, and we kicking it in the car right now. So if you don't want to come pick me up tonight, like, I completely understand, but is you gonna come get me still or what? And bro still came and got me, and we had a great cuddle sesh. And that's just that on honesty. Like, when you're honest, people will be more down to do stuff. Like, thank you for being honest. I still love you, baby.